Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 27 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. We managed to take Rome. After it was a complete and colossal pain in my arse through this entire series, I managed to take his capital from him. Rome is irrelevant. They have these two, I mean, okay, this city's not exactly tiny, but they have these two little isolated cities down here, and I don't think they're going to be a problem to anyone. They're still actually at war with the Iroquois as well. So we're just going to go along now and try and plough towards a scientific victory if at all possible. There are a few things that I would still like to get built. Let's do another temple over here. And maybe we want to get a castle to defend from Shaka. It would give us some more happiness. Although getting a factory could be useful as well. I think I'm actually going to buy a factory and we'll queue up a castle. That's instantly sped things up anyway, so that's fine. Unit needing orders, we have this worker. You're going to get straight across here and repair that copper. That's your number1 priority right now. This caravan was going to go to the highest gold, which should be Osaninka. And we've got a few more caravans in the works because we're massively below on everything else. You kind of got pushed out. You can just sit there in Babylon for the time being. We don't really need you to do anything. 3 more turns until we get that great scientist. I mean, I don't think we really need any of these wonders. I mean, they could be useful, getting some population, getting some happiness, but, you know, how much of our limited production do we want to spend trying to hard build wonders that we probably can't get? I really need to just be concentrating on the science of things right now. That is the important thing. We could probably do with building a nuke somewhere just to say we have one. Not actually to use, but just to sort of dissuade the enemy from attacking us. So what have we got here? Well, we could certainly get free thought. We do have a few trading posts, but that extra 17% science from universities could be really, really nice. Not to mention we'll also get the finisher, which allows us to use faith to buy great scientists, which we don't really need. But it also gives us a free tech as well. So let's, before we finish that, are there any free techs that we could grab? Well, yes, we could grab mobile tactics. So that'd be hyper useful. Or we could grab, well, yeah, we could grab that. So we can get a free tech. Is there anything that we would prefer to grab here? Would we like a policy for anything? Again, nothing really. What are we getting from these academies at the moment? So 981, 943. So if we were getting 83, that'd be 40 science. So we're getting 38 science per turn from academies. 38 science per turn. Obviously that's not the base output. The base output is only 12. But because we have like the National College and because we have the observatory, we're actually getting 38. So let us go ahead and take that 17% from universities. And if we go and have a look now, so we're going up from 1014 to 1053. So if we were going up to 54, then it would be giving us 40 science. So we're now getting 39. So we're only getting an extra 1 science per academy. But we've got 6 academies here, so that's an extra 6 science per turn. Plus we've just got a free tech, which, you know, there's only a few things that we could take. We could take combustion, but we're not going to because it's only 9 turns. We're not going to take telecommunications because we were only 4 turns from finishing it. So we're going to take mobile tactics. Not a particularly useful tech, but it does speed up particle physics, which is something that we are going to need if we want to finish our spaceship. Now, we can actually build a few of the spaceship parts. The problem we have at the moment is I believe we're still working on the project somewhere, or at least I thought we were. Have I missed it out and we do already have it? No, we do have the Apollo program, so I do need to actually start working on the spaceship parts and doing that very quickly. So we're going to start... Well, we need to get aluminium. That's the biggest problem here. I think I was actually just waiting for those recycling centres to finish, but that's a little bit silly. We're going to have to go and buy some aluminium. I think Great Britain had some. So, well, England had some. So we can go and buy some aluminium, and then we can start building spaceship parts. Because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go for a spaceship victory. There's a lot of land down here near Boudica that she hasn't cut. Wow, she's gone really, really tall there. Just got a few cities, but they've got a lot of space. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we've got around here. You have finished the caravan. You are going to get another caravan. If we're going to have to be buying aluminium, we need money. World leader. Well, we don't want to vote for Austria, so I'm going to go ahead and vote for myself. It doesn't really make any difference because I don't have enough votes to do anything, but they shouldn't be able to get in, so we should be fine there. And let's go to England. Do you still have any aluminium spare? You do indeed. I would like to buy all of that from you.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
You're not really interested in any of this. Now, what are they worth each? 67 gold. Now, it'd be 202 gold if the AI bought it from me. Yeah, so I can actually do it for the same price. That's fine. Okay, so we've got our 3 aluminium. That now means that I can start building stuff. Do I want to let anything finish in any of these cities? 4 turns for the recycling centre. I may as well allow that to finish. 3 turns. Yeah, I think we'll allow some of these things to finish. This caravan, you're a new one, aren't you? Let's have a look at the trade overview again. Best route that you can do is Rome to Osaninka. So let's go ahead and move you to Rome. Unit needs orders. And so if you're going Rome to Osaninka, then this one is going to be De Kurizgazlu, which is where you are, to Osaninka. So off you go. On to the next turn. Really need to start getting these spaceship parts built now, actually. I'm going to start falling behind. You're building a caravansary. Do we actually need that there? Well, no. But there's only 4 turns left to finish it. So I'm just tempted to let you carry on. I can start queuing up spaceship parts very soon, which is good. Really don't need that caravansary there. Got a great scientist. Okay. Let's cancel that caravansary. Let us start... Wow, these are long turns for these parts. These spaceship parts. I don't think we want to be waiting that long on them. So, with that in mind, carry on with that caravansary. And then possibly... I don't know. Do I want to save up and get a hydro plant somewhere? Babylon has a lot of river tiles. We get a hydro plant down here in Babylon. That'll give us a lot of production. We're not too far off having enough money to do that. We'll finish that stock exchange. We do have another scientist. We've already got loads of stuff queued up. So let's just go ahead and just do a technology pop. So that gives us telecommunications and puts us a good chunk of the way through particle physics. No world leader chosen. Babylon's actually grown in size and you're working a tile with fairly decent production and food. Although we could go and get 2 extra gold. But no, I think that's actually a good tile. I'm happy with that. You guys have finished doing that. Let's get you up here and get a mine there, because the production up here is still absolutely terrible. This is beyond terrible. It's worse than terrible. And let's just try and get as much money as we can. Do I have anything spare that I can sell? Resource list. Apparently I do have 2 citrus. But I don't think anybody wants to buy citrus. Yeah, nobody wants to buy citrus, so I can't really get rid of that. That's a bit of a shame. If we could have got citrus, we could have had some extra money and possibly use that to get that hydro plant. Now, the hydro plant will use one of our aluminium, but remember, we do have that recycling centre coming online soon. And also, every time you build a spaceship part and add that part to the spaceship, you get the aluminium back. Worst case scenario, we could get rid of one of the rocket artillery, which I don't want to do. Seems much more of a sensible idea to keep them around. We can buy more aluminium from other people should we need to. So it's not dire at the moment. So we'll allow things to carry on. That temple is almost finished at Buffalo Creek. No point building anything there because you can't reach it. I guess you can come in and help Rome fix up some of their stuff. How long are you in resistance for? Another 2 turns. Not too bad, actually. It's going quicker than I hoped for. What about you? What is the best trade route that you can do? I just want to maximize money now. Babylon to Grand River. So let's get you moved over to Babylon. Of course, if we do end up going to war with Hiawatha now, it's pretty much going to wreck all of our trade routes, but never mind. 12 turns away from getting a great... Is that an artist? Great artist. Maybe we'll pop in for a golden age, actually. I know we're only a few turns away from a golden age, but it would certainly help with production. Now, the question is, do I actually want to invest any production into building a nuke? Also, Rome is at war with the Celts as well, so it looks like they're about to lose that settler. They're desperately trying to rebuild and regrow. And they're still at war with the Iroquois as well. It'd be really nice to get that recycling centre. Well, we've completed the Manhattan project, so we could go ahead and build a nuke now if we wanted to. Rome stole penicillin, good for them. So you've completed the Manhattan project. If we were to go ahead and build an atomic bomb, it would take 28 turns. It's going to take so long to actually build any of these rocket parts, but we have to start building them. You can start on the cockpit, and we'll just leave it building there, although if Shaka comes and attacks, that could be problematic. In fact, that is probably my lowest production city, isn't it? Let's go and have a look at the city list here. Production-wise... No, Buffalo Creek's actually. So we want Rome, Arretium, and Dun. Akkad's actually not my lowest production. But we definitely want Rome and Arretium. We'll leave it at that then. We'll see what we can do. We'll try and get as much extra production out of anything as we can. Rome is still in resistance, so we'll allow that to carry on. You've got pushed out again. I'll just move you down here, leave you in Arretium. It might be slightly better. So you can just go to sleep. Unit needs orders. Caravan. So you are going to go to Grand River. And what I think I will do as well, I think I will build a rail line down to Rome, just so that we've got one when we get, if our borders close with Hiawatha. Mind you saying that, it's actually cheaper to pay for open borders than it would be to maintain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of rail. So we'll just keep the open borders. We don't really want an artifact. We'll create a landmark improvement. There seems very little point in getting an artifact here. Who's working? That's actually Babylon. It does give us a little bit of production as well as some culture, so that is not a bad thing. Stock exchange is 5 turns away. I think you should start work on one of the SS boosters. I'm not going to do that straight away though, because we need... I want that recycling centre... Well, actually, yeah, the recycling centre needs to finish first anyway. And you can't build that just yet. So 37 turns for a booster. We'll add that to the queue. On the next turn, we should have the recycling centre, which means we'll have some additional aluminium. And then what we should be able to do then is hopefully buy ourselves a hydro plant very soon. That'll give us some decent production there. The Celts really moving in on Rome there. England and the Celts now friends. Still don't appear to be making an awful lot of money. Have I got a deal that's just ended somewhere? Hiawatha's willing to buy salt. I could swap it for another thing, but I don't think I really need to. And here's friendly. Do I actually have anything spare? No, I don't. Choose production. Okay, we finished the recycling centre. That is very, very good. How much aluminium do we have now? We have 2. You can work on one of the boosters then. And over here in Babylon, how much money is it going to be? 1430. Still not quite there yet. We'll just go and buy that as soon as we can. Choosing production over here. You finished the caravansary. Why don't you work on a factory first? Hydro plants are really good if you've got lots of rivers, but they do cost aluminium, so that's going to be problematic. This will give us some more production here, which will speed up the building of the cockpit. We just don't really have any more production tiles that we could use, unfortunately. But we are going to need to speed things up a little bit. We're already on turn 510. Bear in mind, of course, that this is an epic game, so 750 is the max number of turns. Looks like Austria wants to go to war with Shaka. Quite happy for her to do that. Declaration of Friendship has expired with Austria. No reason not to get that back, I would have thought. The more people that you're friendly with, the less people are likely to attack you. So, shall we make a joint declaration of friendship? Yep, she'll still do that. My citrus deal with you has ended. So, how about you give me 360 gold? And then we can go over to Babylon and we can purchase a hydro plant. So, currently 37 turns. If we purchase the hydro plant, now goes down to 28 turns. So, we've knocked 9 turns off that. So that is really, really good. Getting spaceship factories could also be useful as well. Did we not complete the Hubble? Should we not have a spaceship factory here? Ah, no, you get the spaceship factory... Yeah, okay, sorry. You get the spaceship factory for completing the National Space... the International Space Centre or whatever it is. International Space Station. Yeah, Zulus don't like us because we've just made friends with Austria, but that's fine. Zulus keep attacking us all the time. I just hope the Zulus don't take Akkad. Bear in mind, Austria's moving a lot of units down, and I do have some of my own. I've got bazookas down here to help defend, so hopefully we will be okay. Brussels is still under Austrian control. They are starting to move a few units up, but that is not the end of the world. What are you working in terms of production tiles? Not bad. We don't really need the science from that tile. We could get a little bit of extra production if we go and work that, so let's go ahead and do it. Anything we can do to shave off a few turns is definitely something that we should be doing. There's nothing else that we can get within range that would give you any production either, so we'll leave it as that. On to the next turn then. Just keep making monies. I'm not going to bother with archaeologists for the additional dig sites. It seems a little bit pointless right now. 19 turns, we'll get another policy. Obviously, we're going to have to start spending them on our ideology now. At least we do have full rationalism, so that is certainly going to help. We should definitely be ahead in terms of science. It's just a case of whether or not we have enough production to get all of this stuff out before the AI can. That is my main concern. We're a lot of turns off getting some of this stuff. So, work has begun on an SS booster. You guys, it says you've repaired that. Apparently you have. So you guys just go around repairing everything you can. Rome is still puppeted. I completely forgot about that. We want to annex the city. Now, it does lose us a little bit of happiness, but we are going to build a courthouse because that's only 3 terms. We'll get a cheeky coliseum. We'll get a monument, we'll get a library, and then after that we will start work. There's so much stuff that we could get here that would give us more production. How much stone do you have? You've got marble. I think what you will probably do then... we could... The granary we could do with, and... We'll leave it at that and see what happens. Oh, also, of course, we need to put you on production focus, but lock the food tiles. So let's go ahead and just unlock all of these tiles right now. And we'll do them manually. We're definitely going to work those because they are high production. 4 food and a production, 4 food and a production, 4 food and a production. And what have we got left? We've still got lots of citizens left. So 4 food, 4 food. 3 food and 1. 11 turns until growth. We get some extra money there. 1 and 3. Do we want to work the specialist slots? Does increase our production considerably. 10 turns until growth. Think we will do that. And of course we'll keep working on these tiles. Get some more production out of those. So happy that we got Rome. I'll let it finish the market because it's only got a turn left. Doesn't seem a lot of point in stopping that from happening. And so we'll get a golden age in 10 turns. Well, we'll get one before because we'll pop that great artist. So we'll actually get a golden age that'll last quite some time. And that'll help us with production as well. So that'll be really good. We've already got a hydro plant here in Rome, which is why every single tile that's next to a river gains an extra production. Aretium has grown. You have put the additional person in a random tile that I'm not sure about, but that is not too bad. Do we really want to concentrate on growth here, or can we afford to go a little bit more away from food into some extra production? Because we don't really need to worry about growth all that much now. Providing we're not starving. Slightly starving there. Got an unemployed citizen somewhere. That's a big production tile. 32 turns, probably about the best that we're going to do. Still got an unemployed citizen. Why is it whenever I move someone around there still always seems to be somebody who is unemployed? That one there. Takes that down to 30 turns now, and we're still growing. That's actually not too bad. Is there anything where we're only working 1 production where we could move you to this tile here because that's got 2 production? Not that I can immediately see. So I think we'll carry on working those tiles. That should be good. Who was that declaration of friendship with? Oh, peace treaty with Caesar. Not bothered about that. I highly doubt that he's going to declare on me because I don't think he has an army. So we should be good. 4 turns away from particle physics. And once this turn resolves, I think that'll be a good place to end the video. But I'm so excited now that we've got Rome. It's still going to be a bit of a photo finish, win or lose. But it's definitely going to be interesting. There's England wanting to go to war with Caesar. Yeah, I think he's going to have far too much on his hands to want to worry about attacking me. That's assuming, of course, that he doesn't get wiped out by someone else. I mean, his cities aren't coastal, so the Celts can't really take either of them, but they can certainly put the pressure on him. But we'll just wait for this turn to end just to make sure nothing untoward happens. We're down to 1 happiness, so we do need to do something about that. But once that courthouse is finished in Rome, that will go away a little bit. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.